Victoria's Treasurer is promising a $1 billion surplus by the end of the next term of government by drawing down on the state's contingency funds. The coalition has also unveiled its costings, promising to reduce debt by more than what Labor is proposing. Let's go now to our Victoria political reporter, Simon Love, who joins me. Simon, let's begin with Labor. Talk us through their figures.
Yes, Tim Pallas stood up a couple of hours ago, and just to correct you, Kieran, the Coalition are about to hold their costings news conference at 3:30, but the Shadow Treasurer, David Davis, will bring some of that to you on Sky News. But beginning with Labor, particularly given that Standard & Poor's has Victoria rated the worst in the nation for debt, Labor's saying it'll achieve a surplus in the 2025-26 financial year. But to do that, it's going to draw down on contingency funds up to $3 billion there. The party's going to reduce the amount it also spends on outside consultants and Labor hire firms. Now, Labor's also going to save $3 billion by delaying payments to the Victorian Public Service Defined Benefit Scheme, but it won't affect the amount paid to those that receive those benefits. Their financial statement also shows that there's no timeline for almost $5 billion in capital expenditure that the government's flagged over the last couple of weeks, particularly when it comes to hospital upgrades and new hospitals in Melbourne's north, Melbourne's east and also Melbourne's southeast. But Tim Pallas insists that that money will be spent in the next term.
We're looking to take a reasonably modest amount. I think it's about $50 million a year, some $200 million over the forward estimates.
Let's have a look at where Labor believes its surplus will be at. There'll be deficits up to 2025, then a $1 billion surplus, they're saying now, in 2025-26. Now, that's an improvement on where Victoria's budget stood in the pre-election budget update, Kieran.
Simon, we're standing by for the coalition, as you said earlier, to release its costings. What are you expecting?
Well, I'm expecting, they've been saying, particularly over the last couple of days, and they revealed with you, actually, Matthew Guy revealed with you in the People's Forum, that their debt figures are actually going to be lower, they claimed, than the Labor parties. But my understanding is the coalition's actually been working on their costing figures right up until this point, where they actually called this news conference only about 20 minutes ago. David Davis, the Shadow Treasurer, he was seen on Spring Street about an hour ago, but still no word exactly when the costings would be released. Now we've all been summoned to Liberal Party headquarters for this announcement. I'm also expecting to see just how they'll allocate their spending over the 4 years and where exactly the coalition will try and bring net debt down to.